If you watched yesterday's video, then you'll see I did a roundup of last weekend's Champions Cup. So I thought, why not share the love with the Challenge Cup and look at the key moments of the round. This round was the first of the knockouts, where sides battled it out in a one-off game to see who can progress to round 16. So there were 6 games in total. Let's look at how they all got on. The first game of the weekend was Edinburgh versus Section Palo, or Po for short. Well, to put it plainly, Edinburgh absolutely smashed Po by 54 points to 5. They scored a total of 8 tries and only let Po score 1 late on in the 78th minute. One of the key areas of the game was the line-out, where Grant Gilchrist dominated in the air, which led to several dominant mauls. They also had Scottish internationals back like Bradbury, Scoman, McAnally and Darcy Graham. So a huge win for Edinburgh, and they're into round 16. That same Friday night, Brive versus Saracens faced off. And very peculiarly, the score was almost the exact same, with Saracens coming out winners 5 points to 55. So 1 point difference from the Edinburgh match. 8 tries were scored once again, and Owen Farrell kicked 30 of those points, and that led to him being named man of the match. 8 different try scorers as well for Saracens, so it was a brilliant team performance. They now have to be one of the favourites to win it, surely. Next up were the Saturday fixtures, and first off was Benetton versus Perpignan. Benetton had most of their Italian internationals back, so the contest seemed to be a pretty decent one. The score was only 3-7 at half-time to Perpignan, but they couldn't keep that up as Benetton scored all the points in the second half and won by 17 points to 7. Having their internationals back really helped them secure victory, and now they're into round 16. Next up was a local-ish game with the Dragons versus Gloucester. Gloucester's driver maul has been a great weapon for them all season, and it worked for the first points of the game as they scored from one coming up to just 15 minutes. But the Dragons fought back with 2 tries, and the second one being some pretty decent play, with Sam Davis chipping over the defence, reclaiming and then passing it on to score in the corner. Gloucester scored straight back with Rhys Sammet, and then the Dragons scored again before half-time to make it 21-12. The Dragons couldn't score any more points, and it was Gloucester's dominance in the pack that led to the victory. Being a Gloucester fan, it's good to see the dominance, and with a change side as well, it's not a bad result. Newcastle and Zebre were up next, and this too was a tight game, ending in 25-22 to Newcastle. Zebre were actually leading 18-22 in the final minutes, but Newcastle then went on to score in the last play of the game, which meant they progressed on to the next round. It was unlucky for Zebre as they didn't do a lot wrong to lose, but again the dominance of the line-out and maul which eventually pushed Newcastle over for that win. And the final game of the weekend was an all-French affair, with Biarritz versus Toulon. Biarritz were at home, and this paid off as they dominated the first half with 2 tries in the opening 20 minutes. I actually didn't know that Australian internationals Henry Spate and Davita Kuandrani played there, and they both actually got over the try line. Toulon were disappointing really, and didn't offer too much, with only 1 try and the rest of their points being penalty kicks. So it ended 20 points to 17 to Biarritz, and to be honest, this was a shock victory as they're actually bottom of the top 14, and most likely to be relegated. But nonetheless, Toulon probably should have done better. So that's the end of the roundup for the Challenge Cup fixtures. Let me know what results shocked you the most, or which were the best to watch. There's no fantasy this weekend, that resumes next weekend, so let me know what videos you'd like to see. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.